Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Want to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video. And guess what? We'll talk. Well, hey family, happy Tuesday. I think today is Tuesday. I'm sitting here making some men bracelets. It's always a little difficult to make men bracelets for me anyway, because I like to lean more into color. So I'm trying to train my eye and my creative mind for when it comes to men, stay away from a lot of bright colors. So, and a lot of mixture of colors. So these are really cool right here. And I'm going to use up all these lava beads that I got. What happens is for me, because I was trying some bracelets, and I started mixing not a lot of different colors, but a couple of colors. But when you start mixing all those colors in like that, that's when it starts to look more feminine. And I am going to, one of these I got to take apart. This one I made too small, so I'm going to have to remake this one. And this one should be like the perfect size for adult man or woman wrists. And with men bracelets, their hands may be bigger than women sometimes, but their wrists sometimes are a lot smaller than a woman's. Their wrist is not, many of them, not too much bigger than a woman, not unless they do like a lot of weightlifting, or they just happen to be like a really big guy, or something like that. And the only difference that I've noticed with, especially when I sell with men and women, is the hand size. And as long as the bracelet goes over the hand and it fits the wrist, most wrist size are average 7.5, 8, some 8.5. Anything larger than that is just a really big person, or a person that and there's nothing wrong with that if they want to be a big person, or someone who works out a lot and everything about them, hands, wrists, arms, is like really muscle and huge, right? So I've never had a problem with selling anything that I make in the sense of bracelets or necklaces, and the sizes be difficult for people. It might have been one or two times somebody's wrist was itty bitty, like a itty bitty wrist, a little bitty small petite person. But those are kind of far and in between. And even with people with the smaller wrists, they've even figured out a method on how to wear bracelets. If they're bigger, they just stack them. And then as you go up the arm, you can see the arm gets bigger and bigger. So they've even figured out, a method. If they see something that they like, they'll go ahead and buy it because they've already figured out how they're going to wear it. So I'm going to be using these lava beads. And I'm going to be, oh, you know what? I wanted the wood beads. Hold on. So I got some wood beads here. I need to go stock up on some more of all these little spacers. So I think what I'm going to do, and it's all about color when it comes to men's, it's like browns, blacks, royal blues. You can go with some reds, greens, but they can't be in silver. If you notice, for me, the gold seems like it's more for women. Silver seems like it's more for men. It just seems more masculine. And that just is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and use as many of these 8mm lava beads as we possibly can to make as many stacks as we can. Because, of course, these are going to be stacks that are going to be put on the different platforms. And I hope everybody is doing well. I know time is going by. I haven't done a video in a couple of days. Actually, I've done a couple of videos. I just haven't edited those videos and put those videos up. So this one, I'm going to edit this one, and then I'll edit those other two, and those other two will go up too. But those other two were specifically for the membership area. So I'll get around to doing those. And I may even take the membership part off, because sometimes I'm not able to get, videos in the membership area, and I don't want people to feel like they're being robbed. Like, okay, well, if I'm paying, whatever they're paying out monthly, which it's a small amount, but it's still people's money, right? Um, and if I'm not able to get those videos out on the membership part, I feel bad. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna just take the membership part off. And if if people are okay with not getting a video like every day, not every day, I don't do them every day on it anyway, but if you're okay with continuing to support via the membership area for the $4.99 a month, because it does help me to buy supplies and do all that good stuff for the channel, that's good stuff. But if you don't, if you feel like you're not getting what you're paying for the $4.99, I will understand that. I will understand if you remove yourself and you don't rejoin. I'll understand that thoroughly, and there's no hard feelings, trust me. But I don't want people to feel robbed, because sometimes I'm not able to put those videos on there like I want to put the videos on there, because I'm doing 1,000 different things at one time. And I'm gonna just use the lavas in these, and then I'm gonna throw this little bead on because it does match. So it has a little color in there, and it does look like for a man. But I'll get it and I'll understand it if if you want to not rejoin for next month, that's cool. I don't have a problem with it. And I do try to drop in and put videos on there. And also, many times when I release a new ebook, I try to make sure that that's free and available to you guys. I always try to be doing something in there to try to make up for it. But I was like, I don't want people to be feeling like they being robbed and I said this and I'm not holding true to that. It just be a lot when you be having so much going on at one time, in a sense of business and, like everything else that we do. But if you want to continue to support in the membership area, that's cool, and I really do appreciate it. No hurt feelings though, if you want to unjoin. And see, I like the way that matches. It does look masculine. And see, that's the thing. It's with and then I'm trying to come up with some ideas for men bracelets, where I want them, how I do the women bracelets, and I have it with like all the little charms and all the goodies and the bling all on it and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to figure out, oh, I hate beating these little bitty beads. I'm trying to figure out what I can come up with. I'm just asking the Holy Spirit to bless my creative mind to come up with some really jazzy ideas for men, like for men jewelry, necklaces and bracelets. Like really, really jazzy stuff. And then we'll just do that. And then this is what we end up with for a man's bracelet. And this other one, I'm going to have to take that apart. So this is what this looks like. Real simple, real easy. And then some of the other bracelets that I made that I didn't do videos on those because I don't want everything videotaped. So a lot of the stuff that I've been making, I haven't been videotaping it, because I'm putting it on different platforms, and I just want them to be what they are. And then we're just gonna keep this moving and use all these beads. I figured since I got them all, this one I gotta take it apart. I might just leave it like this. This one is tight on my wrist, so I didn't give it enough beads. I hate when I do that too. So then this one, we are going to, of course, start with some lava beads. And I'm using the 1mm cord for these beads. Of course, you know why, because the holes are so small. And I'm just not a fan of the 1mm cord anymore because they seem to be making this cord thinner and thinner. So I mean, you can't put heavy bead. I don't think you can put heavy beads on it, but it's just me. I just don't trust a bigger bead than a 4 or 6 or 8 millimeter, because it just feels really thin. Some people use thinner cord. I think the 0.8. I would be scared that's going something that's going to come apart. So we're going to use that. And let's see what we want to use for foco. We got this bead right here. Oh, so if I put that one there, let's do, this wood piece might be a little bit too big, but we're going to try something. Since we have 2 of these. Yeah, we could do it like that. But then see, to me, well, that don't look bad, but I'm not going to use those. What I'm going to do is probably use, and then that's the thing, is like the colors. You gotta be careful with the colors. Because you can use colors for men bracelets. You just gotta be careful how you put them together. Let's see, there's another one in here. I think I saw right here. And then that's the thing about them. They look masculine or they look feminine. But I've learned, selling places that, there are some men that will wear the women's jewelry, and then there's women that wear the men's jewelry. So everything is basically unisex. So, it's basically just what people want to wear or what they will wear. People know what they look good in, and they know what they like. That's why sometimes I'll just put bracelet or necklace. I don't put no gender, because I've learned everybody wears everything. And especially if you know how to match it. Like if you know, seeing that's real cool. If you know how to, I think I'm going to put a blue one in here too. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. So let's put one more on this side. Especially if you know how to, like coordinate. Put a little blue one on there. And I'm putting a blue one on here because I don't have any 8 millimeter black beads with a big enough hole to close it off on the end. So if I put the blue here, I can use one of the blue 8 millimeter wood beads at the end with the bigger hole. So that's why I'm using the blue beads right here. And then that way it'll match. And I know you guys probably been paying attention to the news. Isn't it like all type of bad stuff? I mean, have you ever seen so much badness going on in the world? Like just the craziness of it. I mean, like just some of everything. Just every day is something that's bad. Somebody dying, somebody getting killed, somebody shooting up stuff, somebody running into something, crashes. I mean, just everything. I'm like, I have never seen in my whole life this much destruction and mayhem. It's just so much stuff going on at one time. Like it's literally scripted confusion. Like it's just all kind of stuff just going on. I'm like, all these things just going on. It's like, it's crazy. And then you got to think about it too, though. A lot of times, you got to consider leadership and stuff, right? And when you plant the type of seeds that you're planting is not almost like, but it's like the world in which you're supposedly the leader in. is very reflective of who you are. Like, and I'm just like, man, this is like some craziness going on right now. But God is God, and He is a sovereign God, and it is what it is, and we just have to believe that He is definitely still in control. And then that is the whole thing. Disobedient folks get disobedient leaders. I mean, we see that all through the Bible. So, if you believe in the Bible, and if you don't, that's cool stuff too. Okay, so we're going to close this off with the blue one. Make sure we're not tying it too tight. Go ahead and close it off. So we're going to get as many as we can possibly get. And then make a couple of stacks. And I think I want to do the stacks in at least six to a stack. And then what happens with that is when it becomes a case, it's like 12 bracelets to a case. And because these have small holes, I can't tie as much cord, because if I do, that's a nice big knot. And I just want it to fit nice and snug inside like that. And then that's all we want. And then that's a really cool. So these are really cool, simple, easy men bracelets. So these are not complicated bracelets at all. These are real easy, very simple men bracelets. And they're really unisex. So women can wear these too. But I'm going to title them as men bracelets. So we'll do six different ones in a case. And see, you could look at these and see, if I start putting charms on these and all that kind of stuff, it'll take away the masculinity of them. They'll start to look a little bit feminine, not unless it's some type of, I don't think I would put a charm on them at all, because I like them, like just like this. And I have seen, and I've even made men bracelets that got charms on them. And it just depends, because some men will put a bracelet on that got all kind of charms on it, and they're as masculine as they can be. I've seen it. I've sold to them. So I am way away from saying, oh, well, man ain't gonna wear that. You ain't gonna get me to say that, because they will buy some stuff and put some stuff on at your table and walk off. Buy it from you and walk off with it on, and you be like, oh, ain't no way I thought a man would wear that. But no, they will. And even if we do it with a bigger bead like this, we can still do that. And then surround it. Let's see. We're going to do some of these lava beads. Because we're going to use all these lava beads up. I was going to use these for something else, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do some men bracelets. And like I said, I'm going to try it with this bracelet, with this one. I don't think I want to use this one. I'll use this for something else. But I can use the seed bead. And if I put the seed bead, let's do a couple of these spacers, and then, oops, and then we'll do the seed bead. This is a salwag bead. Actually a nut, I think it is. So that's it right there. And then I'm just gonna grab a couple more of these lava beads. Ooh, I hate beading these. With these itty bitty holes like this, it just takes so much longer. And when you get used to beading using those bigger beads, you be going through. I mean, you can create a whole bunch of stuff in a little bit of time. But when you're beading with these little small beads, and even like with these lava beads, you got to even figure out where the hole is. It's like, okay, where the hole? Is that the hole? Nope, that ain't the hole. So then you just got to keep on digging around. And then let's see, find the hole. Yeah, so I'll do these in sets of 6, and they're simple and easy enough. Sets of 6, cases of 12. Oh, and then I think I might want to put, let's see something. If I want to put one of these beads on here and see if that'll match. Yeah, no, that throws it off. And you see how I just put that color and that throws it off. So we're just going to stay with the black. Oh, wait, let me see. Can I put a brown one? Brown don't look bad. Let's put a brown one. As long as it says masculine, that's the whole everything. It's easy for us to do women. And then that's the thing. It's like I could start off really good, you know, making men pieces. But then before you know it, it's turning into a woman piece. It got charms on it. It got some gold wire on it. It got all kind of stuff on it. I'm like, okay, that is not even what I was trying to do. But I guess just, you know, the creative mind easily goes to, you know, making it pretty. And I think that's the thing too. When you're creative, everything is pretty. So when pretty is basically, you know, women. I mean, you know, like women stuff, pretty. You make it pretty. Okay, and that's that one. And then we're going to put a brown bead on it for the end. And I don't have one up here. Probably got one in the bowl. I'm going to have to order some more of these small beads because I don't just about use all these little beads up. These little beads, 8mm wood beads, are great for fillers, you know, like spacer beads. And also like closures. So on the end of these 8mm, they're really good for closures, to close them off, to have a bead with a big hole. I don't know how people close off. I'm gonna have to look at somebody's video how you closing it off. If you have these beads right here and you don't have a bead with a big hole at the end, how are you hiding the knot? If you got a video, put the link to the video down there so I can see how you're doing that. Are you just tying one knot? I mean, how is that even happening? To where you hide that knot if you don't have a bead at the end. It has a big hole to hide it. Okay, so that's a nice one. So nice, simple, easy bracelets. So just real simple and easy. And these are men. Real easy. And see, I can see a man throwing on one or two of these. Got his watch on, and then like maybe one or two of these, or even just one and his watch. So just simple enough. And then I'm going to come up with some that are a lot more, I don't want to say complicated, but a lot more stylish and complicated, I guess. But I got to figure out, and that's going to include the type of beads that I use, how big those beads will be, what I'm going to match the beads with, right? So I'll get that all figured out as ideas come to me. So right now it's the simplest as I can do them. And then I had something else up here I was going to use. Oh, I was going to try. Was it this bead? Yeah, it was just these beads. So these are those glass beads. I forget what these are called. So we're going to use one of these to start with. And then I think we'll use one of these bone beads. That one's kind of thick. And I try to match them the best that I can with what I got. I think this one is. We'll go with this one. It's a little off color, but it'll still go real good like that. And then we'll put a wood bead right here. And another wood bead right here. So this will be the center part, and then we'll just surround it with oh, let me see, do I want to put, and then we'll surround it with, let's do another one of these beads. So this can be our center part, and then we'll just go ahead and surround it with lava beads. And then this should look really cool. Real simple, easy, casual bracelets for men. Ooh, and it just takes forever with these little 8mm beads. Actually, there are some 8mm that have big holes. These happen to have very small, I mean like small holes, so they're 1mm holes. They have to be slightly bigger than 1mm because the cord is 1mm. So everything is small. And I have other beads around here that have these itty bitty holes in them too. I guess I'm gonna just have to go ahead and use them all. Just make some stuff out of them and put them at some real good discounted prices. That way, if anything ever happens, like something break or something, which I hope they don't, but if something happens to break because of the 1mm cord, and you know, if you don't spend a whole lot of money on it, it don't really bother you. So it's like, okay, well, I paid $5 for it, so okay, I wore it for a year. I'm good. The dollar store do it. That's basically what they do, make stuff, and they already know it's only gonna last. And think about that too. Remember when stuff used to last forever, like vacuum cleaners and washers and dryers and refrigerators and batteries and phones and stuff used to really last. I know when we was growing up, stuff lasted forever. And I know my mother still had stuff from when we were little kids, vacuums and all kind of stuff. It's like, you still got that? That's because stuff was made to last, not nowadays. Because if it lasts, the company can't keep making money. They have to come up with different products in order to keep making money coming in. That's even like, if you think about it, people with the what's the name of the thing? McDonald's. I know people will say, well, their machine is always down. Well, yeah, their machine is always down. So the company that provides them with the machines can keep making money. Because once they buy the machine, I mean, and if it's a machine that's a functioning machine and it never ever breaks down, that company can't keep making no money. I think I watched a documentary or something on that, how it was showing what percentage of their revenue, this specific company's revenue, comes from just repairs. That company was surviving on just repairs of the ice cream machine. They weren't even surviving on selling the product, because once that franchise has a machine, I mean, it's not like those franchises are opening, thousands of them are open up every single day. That's not happening like that. So once that company sells the ice cream softy machine to the franchise, which is the McDonald's and whoever else, that's all there is. There ain't no more. Now they got to sit around and wait for another franchise to open up so they could sell another machine, right? So they're not making any money. So the only way to make money is for the machines to keep breaking down, and they have to come out and fix the machines because they're their machines. They're the manufacturers of those machines, and nobody else can fix them. So they have to come out and, send their technicians so their technicians can fix the machine. That's why the McDonald's softy machines are always down, so that those people can come out, that company that sold it to them can make their money. Other than that, that company would be closed. They wouldn't be. Oh yeah, these are really cool. I like these, right? And it's like just enough bracelet. It's not too much. It's just enough. So we're gonna do these in 6, 2, 4, 5. Is that my phone? Okay, and I think I want to try something with this aluminum wire. So let's see something. I got a writing pen right here. So this is 15 millimeter aluminum wire. So I want to make a center for for one of the bracelets. So I'm gonna just wrap it around the pin, and then what I'm gonna do, oops, I'm going to take the end, close it off like that, and then we'll take the other end and roll that. So then we got this like this, and all we're gonna do is make this the center for these beads. But let me try to fold that in. So what I did is took the round part and I'm going to fold it inward like this. So you can see how that round part is folded, the end folded, like how this part is rounded. So what I'm going to do is just close it in. I'm going to bend it in. And then that's inside. So then we're going to get us some cord. And I hope this comes out like I want it to. Then I could go ahead and make a couple of these. And then cut us some cord. And then I think we'll use one of these. That's why when you're doing them with these little ones, you got to make sure it's what you want. So if I do, oh, you know what I can do? Do I got red? Let me see. I do got some orange ones right here. Orange or match. Let's put the orange one on here. And see that orange or match. Let's do that and then see how that comes out looking. And if not, I'll just take it apart. Okay, the orange goes. And then we'll put these beads back on. That one. the wood bead and this one. Oh yeah, that'll match. My neighbor is walking their dog, and I could, hear the dog barking. I was listening. Yes, was it yesterday morning? Yesterday morning, I was headed to a doctor's appointment, and I was listening to the car radio, and they were talking about somebody that has a business that the guy goes around and picks up dog poop, and he picks up dog poop, and I think he said something about there's a company that is something about a company, and they can find out who the dog belongs to by the dog's poop. I guess by the dog's poop, like just like with humans and blood and stuff, you can know who it belongs to. And I guess dogs and pets and stuff got to be registered and stuff. And I was like, they are coming up with all kind of businesses. So somebody goes around and picks up dog poop and sends it to a company because people are letting their dog poop like all outside, and poop is all on the sidewalks and all over the place, right? And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And they were saying it's a very lucrative business. I bet it is, because people do be letting their dogs just poop. They do it all around here. And I'd be like, how could you let your dog just poop and you not clean that stuff up? That don't even make no sense to me. But people are doing it, but they got a way now to where I guess dogs got to be registered. Oh yeah, that's cool. Dogs got to be registered so they can find out uh, which dog the poop belongs to, and they can contact the owner and let the owner know, find them or something. I was just like, oh my God, they coming up with all kind of businesses, and people tired of picking up people's poop, people's dogs' poop and stepping in it and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, wow, because you don't see poop if you stepping from a curb across some grass to get into a car. You don't see the poop because the poop is generally buried in the grass, right? So you don't see it, but you don't see it until after you done stepped in it and you smell it and you see it. And it's like, that is like so inconsiderate to be doing stuff like that. It's like you took the dog outside for the dog to do what the dog needed to do, but you're not going to pick it up. That's crazy to me. So when I was listening to that, I was like, well, you know what? That's real smart, because owners need to be responsible for what their dogs and pets do. All right, so we're gonna put a hole right here. But I was just like, man, people coming up with all kind of business, and it makes sense though. I mean, if it sounds like it's a very lucrative business. If you got somebody running around picking up dog poop and then pooping and submitting it to that company, and he gets paid to do it. I was like, wow, and he getting paid to go pick up poop. And I think she had said it, the lady on the radio basically brought it up because she started out by saying that people are trying to find work and it's difficult to find work. And she was saying, well, you might want to consider this. And then she went into talking about what that job was and what the guy does. I was just like, oh, wow. Now, this is really nice. See, that's different. That's what I'm talking about. That's different. So what I can do is, this is a small one, but I'm going to make it a little longer right here. So this is this one, but I'm going to make it a little longer to where it'll be about this length. And then keep wrapping it, not thick but just enough like what this looks like. So then we'll start coming up with just like really cool. I'm actually getting ready to make a couple more like this. And I think I'm going to order some. So this is a 6-piece. These are 6 pieces right here. So these 6 are going to come together. So I'm going to make more. I think what I'm going to do is the aluminum wire. I'm going to order some black. And I think it comes in like a blue. I'm going to check though, because if I could find like a royal blue, like this royal blue right here, like that blue, that would be really cool. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick with the male bracelets for a while. I'm getting ready to make some more of these because I do like the way these look. That makes it a very unique and different bracelet just by itself. and all the rest of them. Just really cool. And then we'll go ahead and finish up all these, use up all these lava beads. And then I got all these beads right here. I'm going to go ahead and use these right here. And I'm going to probably be mixing some of these beads. I'm going to pick some more of these up. These. And then I got these agates I'm going to use for like the center beads like I did right here. And then mix it with some other stuff. Just a little color kind of here and there. I do like these beads right here, these glass beads. So I will be using more of these to make centerpieces. And I like the way they look. They look really good. You guys let me know what you think. But anyway, darling, not for your baby to gay. Be sure to have a really good day today, too. And guess what? We'll talk.